What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Universal Bros Unplugged podcast, where we talk about everything Universal. Today we're talking about The Mummy. Just gonna dive into the movies that we love so much and the ride itself.
Absolutely.
That being said, let's get into the intro.
And we're back.
Alrighty, let's get into City Walk talk. What's going on in City Walk? So, this is it's pretty cool. It's new stuff going on. This is beyond. This is before City Walk. Usually,
Yes.
we talk about City Walk because it's
pre-City Walk talk.
technically we I started this segment. I thought it was only right to give news, for your big entrance before you get to the parks. Now this is before the parks.
Right,
This
before
is
before the before.
the pre-start.
Pre-Universal.
A good way. It's a good way to really excite us now, even more so when you're on that shuttle. So a variety of new signs and banners featuring the characters of the Universal Orlando Resorts have popped up beyond the recently installed entrance sign along the walkways leading to both Universal and Islands of Adventure. So, also, there was new construction on the main road that takes you to Universal Boulevard.
Right.
And they created it basically has 3 panels on each side of the road, and they were blank for some time,
Yeah.
and a lot of people
Yeah, I
wondering
remember
what was
that.
going on. And it's official, this large Universal Orlando Resort entrance sign was just completed. This was back in March, but now it appears even more details have been added. This particular sign is located at the intersection of Kirkman Road and Major Boulevard, which turns into Tom Williams Way.
Yeah.
Flanking the resort entrance are 6 new character signs that now include franchisees found in the resort's newest park, Epic Universe. Seen on one side are Hiccup and Toothless, Mario, and a trio of minions. On the other side, you're going to like this side more, of the entrance is Harry Potter,
Nice.
Shrek,
Nice.
Donkey,
Nice.
Puss in Boots,
Really?
and a Jurassic Park Velociraptor.
That's fantastic. That's a good
They
one.
welcome you to Universal. The characters are all printed in the center of a rectangle sign with a solid color background. And then, of course, the new banners on Universal Studios Florida Bridge. The bridge connecting Universal Studios to City Walk. You'll find new park and character banners attached to the nearby lampposts. Those have honestly been up for so long. It's
Yeah.
been the same sign, so it's
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
to see it freshen up. Although they do change for events, they do just kind of overlay something. Now
Yeah.
they have officially updated them for the continuation throughout the year.
Yeah.
The park banners each feature a stylized image of one of the 4 Universal Orlando parks and the slogan "4 Parks," followed by a matching description. The color of the banner matches a specific park, though the characters do not necessarily correlate to the park on the opposite side. An orange banner represents Universal Studios Florida with the "More Laughs." Islands of Adventure gets a green banner and the slogan "More Thrills." And the Kronos for Epic Universe is featured on a royal blue banner with "More Screams," and Volcano Bay gets its, ocean blue color with "More Chills."
Right.
A bunch of other signs, which are super cool. We're seeing more characters around the park.
That is, yeah.
Which is super nice. So the banners right outside of the arches depict Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, and Ron Weasley as they wield their wands. It's kind of like it kind of looks like when football players and soccer players take their pictures.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. It's sick. You finally get to see the characters. I mean, you have all different kinds. It's just a variety. You have Poe. You have Master.
Underrated, by the way.
What's his name? Master
Sifu.
Sifu.
Or Shifu.
Shifu. Shrek and Donkey, Puss in Boots, the Trolls, Um, Transformers,
Oh,
the
Optimus Prime,
Minions. Spider-Man,
that excites me. I love Spider-Man.
dinosaurs,
Dinosaurs are great.
T-Rex, Velociraptor.
We love to see it.
But yeah, I mean that's just some of the exciting stuff going on in City Walk. That's gonna wrap up this segment.
Amazing.
Let's get into the episode.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
The Mummy. First
Yeah.
of all, if you guys have watched our episode of when we rank our rides, you'll know that The Mummy the Ride was ranked
pretty high
on both of our lists.
Yeah.
It for you it was number 1.
Yes.
And for me it was, I think, number 4 or 5.
Was The Mummy number 1 for me?
Yes. Yeah, that's what I remember because of how shocking it was. It shocked me.
Really? I'm pretty sure it was a toss-up between that and Hagrid's.
Yeah.
The thing is, now that I think about it, it's just that the ride to me is like, it's perfect aside from one thing. I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
That's literally, it's so good that I want more of it.
Yeah. But you can also go on it multiple times.
No, which I do.
You never have to wait too long, which is pretty nice.
No, I mean, obviously, there's sometimes when it's like, a little bit over an hour when it's like at its peak,
Yeah,
right?
but that's like, we don't even go at that point.
No, yeah.
We'll usually just wait around because we know that there'll be times
dude,
in the day where it's...
I love the whole queue. I
Yeah,
love the whole thing leading up to,
I don't mind waiting in that queue,
No,
honestly.
dude, it's awesome. The ambience is like...
Yeah, of course. No, 100%. It's so chill.
It's perfect.
Good AC.
Yeah.
It's never
solid,
hot in there.
Rock solid.
It's like the perfect temp where you can just kind of go, you have a conversation while you're walking through this. It's like perfect, just the right amount of light in there.
Yeah.
The theming's A1. If you guys are just kind of, there's no conversation going on, it's still, you got everything to look at. Even though you've been there hundreds of times. We've been there over and over again. You still...
They play the sounds of the tunes in there. Yeah. And there's times when like the light flickers and it like lowers. That's A1.
I know. It's just so fire.
I mean, growing up with that franchise,
100%. I also love when you get off the ride and you go into the shop.
Yeah, the shop's great too.
It's amazing.
The Sahara Trader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
I like that they have a lot of the Universal monsters and references to the original Mummy too, from like, the classic Universal monster era.
Yeah. So let's talk about the movies.
Yes.
They are funny. Very, very funny.
Yeah, so the thing, and we've talked about this before, is that the films themselves are so well balanced.
Yeah.
And that's why they're so successful.
Yeah.
Because they have a little bit of everything. Adventure, horror, romance, comedy.
Yeah. It's a really
action.
good balance of everything.
Yeah.
There's not too much of one or two things.
The Mummy, I think, is like one of the ones that has like the perfect amount of everything. There is a love story. There is a sense of adventure. There's clearly a whole bunch of action and horror. And there are some moments where it's like just hilarious.
But what's his name? Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser. I wasn't sure if it was Phaser or Fraser.
Fraser. Like
Phase up. Phase up, baby.
No, it's Fraser, like the show Frasier.
Yeah. Dude, he's honestly, he killed it.
He was the guy.
He is
the guy.
Yeah,
you know
watch
what I mean?
the movies and you're like, dope.
That's the I mean, growing up, I was like that. I want to be like him.
I want to be that guy.
He's cool because he's the thing. There are moments in the 3-film trilogy. Hopefully, it becomes a 4-film at some point in the future. But throughout the trilogy, he's consistently like. He's a survivor. Things happen. Everything goes wrong almost all the time.
But he's just like a street guy.
Like,
he's street smart. He knows.
He's so good in the moment. If you pay attention to Rick O'Connell's actions and the way that he reacts, he locks in every single time.
That's his name, right?
Rick O'Connell. Yeah. So even when he's fighting in the opening scene of The Mummy, when they're fighting and the guy from the Magi is explaining the whole thing of SETI and the whole thing with Imhotep and everything, and how it gets to point B, and then it goes to modern day where you have Rick O'Connell with Benny fighting in the French Foreign Legion. Because first and foremost, he's a soldier, right? He's like a mercenary type.
Yeah.
So he's in the French Foreign Legion defending Hamunaptra.
Uh-huh.
And obviously the rebels or what have you are attacking and everything. And he's like in charge of the men because the commanding officer like
bails out.
Bails out on the horse.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then Benny's like, he just got promoted too. The whole it's like sprinkled in. The comedy's like sprinkled in. And it's
within
like,
the chaos.
Right. And you're like, it's just like, like when you joke around with like your coworkers and stuff like that when work sucks.
Yeah.
That's that feeling. I think it's so relatable to be going through like terrible stuff and be joking about it, like it's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And dude, it's hilarious. Benny, the ultimate coward.
Yeah, it's funny.
You know what I mean?
He's a funny character.
And then Rick always knows when to call it quits and like move.
Yeah.
So like obviously they're holding the line and things are not going well, and he's like, he sees that they're starting to break through, and he starts, slowly, not advancing but retreating,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's just like, I love that scene because it just shows you how much he adapts in the moment. Like he goes from like this gun to this gun, hits the guy, loses that gun, pulls out the revolvers, boom, boom, boom. He's fighting and they're coming at him, and he's fending them off as they're coming in waves. Yeah. And then like those run out, tosses them, pulls out the one from the back. It's just like he is the quintessential.
It's very action packed in like a very, very fun way.
He tried to get in the tomb and Benny cut him out.
Oh yeah.
He like closed the door on him.
Yeah.
And he's like running and does like these dives, which by the way, the scene where he's on the giant block that he does a dive over the fallen pillar, it's cut perfectly so it's a stunt person. Over the years I've realized that it's cut in a way he never completes the jump. It looks like he completes the jump, that he's the one doing it, but it's not. It's a perfect cut.
I mean, yeah, I would expect that it's a stunt double.
No, but the thing is like what I love about the first Mummy film from the 1990s is that it's such an like old. It reminds me so much of Indiana Jones and how they would do their practical stunts. You know what I mean? Like in the opening shot when the French Foreign Legion is getting shot at, you have the guys on the first row that are part of on the little rock wall, and then you have the entire rock face. That's part of Hamunaptra, where the guys are like on the ledges and stuff like that, and you see the guys will get shot and they'll fall several like feet, and fall into like these areas that you can tell are like canopied, where they have like the pads and everything like that. And it's just a reminder of like old school practical Hollywood doing crazy stunts and stuff like that. I love stuff like that.
Yeah. The old school way versus CGI.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and funny enough, this is one of those films again, like Jurassic Park. The blending of practical effects with CGI was like perfect in my opinion.
Like they don't do movies nowadays. The CGI sucks.
Yeah,
I mean, like it's really bad.
I agree. I mean? Well, for example, when they tried to reboot with Tom Cruise, The Mummy, it just did not. As we've seen, by the way, if you've ever been to the horror makeup show at Universal, one of the movies that they speak extensively about advancements in CGI along with practical effects, is the Mummy reboot. Yeah. They have footage and they show you, the whole process.
They also have movie set props there in the lobby for the horror makeup show, which are legit from the film.
I love to look at those all the time. The ones from Halloween and Jaws.
Yeah, all of it.
They have a life-size sculpt, like mannequin of Jack the Clown.
Oh yeah.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
Much taller than I thought he would be.
Yeah, but the actors, they don't. I've never seen them being that tall.
You have to keep in mind all the perspective is also from like a smartphone usually, or some sort of a recording device. It's very, for the human eye to perceive height when it's not in person.
It is pretty scary to get a huge scary actor.
Absolutely.
He's just walking around. Did you hear my gut?
Yes, I did.
You could definitely hear that.
Yeah, I don't know if the mic picked it up. Put in the comments if you heard the grumbling of his stomach.
I'm hungry. Anyways, yeah, dude. No, CGI is not the same how it used to be. Back in the day, it was so good, and it's just gotten worse. It sucks too. You know what I mean? You would think that by now, with all the technology we have, that it would look good.
Right. I think it's There's
it's
too
like
much
we're
dependency.
regressing. It's just getting worse and worse.
Again, you want to know another great example of balance? The newer Halloween trilogy, where they balance practical effects with CGI.
What was CGI?
Some of the kills are CGI. Some of them are done practically. Like, for example, do you remember the scene, and I believe it's in Halloween Kills, where Michael's going from house to house, sort of?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a scene where we see the shot from the front of the house that he looks in and sees the woman in the kitchen. And then he goes through the side. And the side has a light shining that shows, as he disappears out of frame, his silhouette is still moving in the giant spotlight. And he comes around, and the lady moves towards the front
of the window. And then
right. So here's a practical effect. At the beginning, before Michael walks to the back of the house to go and kill her, he leans in,
but you can't see.
Right. I don't think you can see him leaning in. You just see his reflection. That was done practically, of perfect positioning and the use of lighting.
Right.
So that you can get the reflection of him in the window.
Yeah, the silhouette.
And then he moves off, and then when she goes, obviously the CGI portion is when she leans in to close the blinds, and she is looking through the blinds, and Michael's behind her, and the knife comes out from the back of her head out the front of her mouth.
Was it her mouth or her throat? It's her throat.
It's her throat.
It's her throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's obviously CGI. Yeah. But the initial portion with the reflection and the use of light, because they said that's like one of the most difficult things for them to film. Because lighting is like how it appears on the camera. Like the positioning of the actor had to be perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking of CGI, this right here is CGI. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
It's not.
No.
This is real practical.
Yeah.
It's not finished. It's a work in progress. But
yeah, we're adjusting it, but I think it's fantastic to finally have our logo.
Yeah.
In the episode.
This has been a project in works.
Yeah. I think it came out great. Obviously, we're going to adjust it. I don't know how it appears on the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It needs certain parts need to be darkened. I kind of like the logo looking like a patch.
Yes.
But I also want it to pop.
Yes.
So we do need to highlight it better.
Absolutely.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Slowly adding to it. Looks good though.
So far, I think it's fantastic. We are upgrading slowly but surely.
Yeah. Yeah, CGI over the years in The Mummy is I think we hold CGI to a higher standard now because of how much tech has increased. But when you think about it, dude, when CGI first started being used,
right?
No, because it still looks better. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I was gonna make the argument that it was new, so it was really amazing to us. You know, there wasn't a standard, but it's still
right. I see.
That was like S tier CGI when when CGI first started getting introduced into movies. It was S tier, and now it's slowly gone to like BC tier. You know what I mean?
It's just this almost like CGI fatigue.
Yeah.
In a lot of movies where it's just like, you know, I think peak CGI is Transformers.
Oh yeah.
The peak of crisp and sharpness and use of, again, somewhat practical explosions along with the CGI, the shadowing, movement, you know what I mean, the color scheming of it. Transformers, I think, is the pinnacle of human ingenuity when it comes to CGI.
I would say Transformers in the Universal world is the best for CGI, for sure.
Yes.
If we were talking CGI overall for all movies...
Well, if you start getting into like animation and stuff like that, then that's also...
No, I'm talking about CGI. We're a Universal podcast, but we have to admit that the CGI in Pirates of the Caribbean is insane.
Again, but early on. That's also very early on.
But that's what I'm saying.
CGI.
That's what I'm explaining. Same thing with like Avatar.
I would make the same argument for Lord of the Rings too.
Yeah, also valid. Also,
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Another one. Well, Sorcerer's Stone was Voldemort.
Okay.
Sorcerer's Stone was
well, that's the we can cut him some slack there. You know what I mean?
We can.
But in the the subsequent films, I mean, the wand battles with Voldemort alone are
no. 100% valid.
100% the Ministry
valid.
Alone.
Yeah.
In the movies, you know.
No, but but like also like Avatar. But another good one that a lot of people don't talk about. I feel like it's a film a lot of people forget. Narnia.
You know what?
Really good CGI. Really good CGI.
I've forgotten about that. Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a giant talking lion and polar bears.
And for the time it came out, pretty crisp, pretty good.
Yeah. And then the guy with who was like half a what? He was like half a goat, right?
Oh, Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane, dude. But dude, CGI's regressed.
Right, and I think funny enough, The Mummy 2, the Mummy Returns, is iconic in the end for when The Rock comes out as the Scorpion King.
Oh yeah,
as being some of the worst CGI ever to be in a movie. It is bad.
Terrible.
I remember as a kid being like, "That looks weird. That looks weird."
It does.
His like facial expressions are weird. It's like it's all weird.
That's just The Rock. That's just the.
Can you smell what the Scorpion King is cooking? Give him the People's Claw.
Oh man, yeah.
WWE references.
Yeah. No, it's also him with hair, long hair.
Funny enough, okay, so
that's a wig.
It's not until I saw, obviously I was a huge fan of The Mummy as a child, right?
Mm.
The first time I saw The Mummy, I rented it. Okay, I'm about to show my age here. The first time I saw The Mummy,
you rented it from Blockbuster.
I saw it in VHS format, which was rented from the Blockbuster in Arch City.
Yeah.
I rented that movie because I was the type of kid that like once I like something, I only like that.
Yeah.
So I would just keep renting The Mummy over and over again.
Yeah. Dude.
Man, back in the day,
VHS,
Blockbuster used to be.
You'd go and then we went from.
It was an experience.
And then we went from. You remember we went from Blockbuster to Redbox. That's what it was called.
Actually, we went. Well, I remember us going to Blockbuster. Then Blockbuster was going down, so then we went to Hollywood Video.
Yes.
And then from Hollywood Videos, then to DVDs, and then from DVDs, that's when Netflix started.
No.
Sending them to your house.
But the DVD was what was that thing called? That machine? Remember, it was like an ATM, and you pick the movie, you rent it, you pay for
a Redbox.
Redbox.
It was a Redbox.
It was a Redbox.
Like the one that used to be at the Winn-Dixie.
You had to return the movie. Publix had them.
Yes. So for those of you who are of the younger generation,
that sounds crazy.
At some point you could not doom scroll on your TV and not decide on what you wanted to pick.
Yeah, you kind of go.
You kind of always made a finite decision because you made the effort of going to physically go get the movie.
Yeah.
Unless you were one of the people that were willing to pay a monthly subscription, which was new at the time. People were skeptical that Netflix was like, "Oh, we're just gonna send you the CD in the mail, or the DVD in the mail."
Oh, you remember? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it started. And then came like GameFly, which would do it with video games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then Redbox they saw that, and then they started renting out.
And then
games
you would go,
too.
and then you would be like, "I literally have to go return this movie. If not, I have to pay for it again."
Oh my god. No, it was charged. It was by day.
Right.
You were charged every day that you had it.
Right.
So if you would like watch it like on like a Sunday,
yeah,
you didn't return it until Friday, you still had to pay for every day you had.
Absolutely, and you're like Jesus Christ, I bought this movie 8 days ago, and I have to pay for like 8 days worth of movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even like it.
That's hilarious.
Or you would rent multiples, and you're like, I have to remember to go turn this in before a certain time tomorrow.
Yeah.
And go insert it back into the machine.
Yeah.
Man, those were the days.
Those were the days.
But yeah, I would consistently. That's why I know so much about like the first Mummy film. I have seen it so many times.
What happens in the first one?
Okay, so in the first one, it begins. Technically, the lore of the Mummy franchise starts with the Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Because then that bleeds into the Mummy Returns.
Explain how they mummify him, right?
No, the whole issue with the Scorpion King is that, he is a young boy that's training to become a black scorpion, which in the kingdom that he was in at that time. Essentially, the Scorpion King is this, to not dwell on it too much. He is a warrior that goes through a series of revolutions in history, as it happens that kingdoms rise and fall. And eventually, and there is also a magical component where he comes across a lot of sorceresses and sorcerers. Some of them saved his life, some of them he had to kill.
Yeah.
And then he becomes sort of cursed with the blood of the scorpion in his veins and blah, blah, blah. And then he the way the Mummy Returns, what he has to do with the Mummy Returns is that he raided Seti's empire with the help from Anubis when he was lost in the desert with his army and they all perished. And he said, "You can have my soul in exchange for an army, so I can go and complete what I want to complete." And Anubis was like, "You son of a bitch, I'm in," and took his soul. And then he is now has like the pharaoh dog army that you see that they go and overtake. But then once they overtake it, Anubis goes, okay, takes everything back from him and keeps him in hell. Takes the soul and places it in hell and keeps him there as a physical embodiment of the scorpion. And that's when he loses the bracelet, and then it gets taken as a part of the prophecy.
Right.
He who shall bear the bracelet will see the way to the temple of Anubis. Yeah. Which ends up being Rick O'Connell's son. But okay, so that happens. That happens in.
But that's the second movie.
Right. So I'm going to explain after the fall. So he raids, Egypt. But a little bit before that, obviously we have Seti the First, who is reigning, and he is married to Anaxunamun. His right hand man is Imhotep.
Right. He's the witch doctor.
Essentially, he's like like the shaman or whatever that does all the spiritual things for King Seti. So, Anaxunamun is not to be touched by anyone else.
Correct. But they fall in love with each other.
Which is why she's painted in gold that smears.
I know, yeah.
That's on purpose.
So you could tell, They usually do that all the time.
Exactly. So obviously, her and Imhotep have a ravenous love affair.
Yeah.
And they end up killing Seti, right? She stabs Seti along with Imhotep. They kill him. And then when his guards come to see who's killing the king, Anaxunamun sacrifices herself because she knows that Imhotep has the ability to bring her back.
Right.
In order to avoid capture. Because she refuses to be condemned for not loving this man when she's in love with Imhotep.
Right.
That's why she says, "My body's no longer your temple," and she takes it away from them, so to speak. Now, the reason the guards show up, and you don't realize this until you watch the second film. I didn't realize this as a child. The reason the guards knew to show up at that time is because King Seti's daughter was across the grand area at her balcony as she saw everything pan out.
Yeah.
Nefertiti is King Seti's daughter.
Yeah.
And she had always had issues with Anaxunamun. She's the one that commands the guards to go and save her father, but they're too late. So then that pans out. Obviously, Imhotep, Anaxunamun is dead. Imhotep and his followers are condemned to go through the Hamdai, which is the whole mummification process, which is a series of torture.
But they do it
live. And then, we see him sealed. And obviously, but before that,
they cut his tongue out.
He manages to escape before they do the ritual on him. And in an attempt to bring back Anaxunamun, but the guards come halfway through the ritual and stop him, and her soul goes back into the pool.
Yeah.
So that happens. He goes through the whole process and gets put in the sarcophagus with the beetles that eat you alive and essentially dry him out.
Yeah.
They mummify him. So we come to the modern day, Rick O'Connell. Anyone that reads from the Book of the Dead shall bring him back.
Right.
That's why you see one of the old men that's the Egyptologist when they go on not really the crusade, but it's more of a campaign to go find the city of the dead.
Yeah.
He yells at Evie when she steals the book from him. And he's like, "No, you must not read from the book." Because if you read from the book, it enacts the whole prophecy. That's why they have the plagues, where the locusts come, the falling comets from the sky.
Yeah.
And then obviously he returns.
Yeah.
After they've already opened his sarcophagus and everything. And obviously the key, they buried him in that specific area.
Yeah.
And then the key was kept and then lost, and then Jonathan, her brother, finds it in a card game. Which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he may have stolen it from O'Connell, who found it in Hamunaptra after the beginning of the film. So, because you need the key that has the map that leads you to the city of the dead, because you can't see it past the mirage of the desert. That's how it's protected.
But you also can't unlock the book without the key.
You can't.
Right.
You can't. That's the whole point. The key is essential.
Yeah.
And she obviously can tell what it is because she's obviously an Egyptologist that was rejected from the school she wanted to go to, and ends up moving to Cairo to then go study at the Museum of Ancient Egyptian History. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they run into him.
Right,
the
and
whole
then
thing,
she
starts
goes
eating people to bring himself back slowly.
Well, the thing is that you have to keep in mind his form is dead essentially.
Yeah.
In order for him to come to his full form, he has to suck the life. And the reason he's actually sucking the life out of people is because they have the jars with his organs.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
That
he
has to
he takes
exactly.
the organ from them,
And he sucks the life out of them. That's why you see like, which by the way, when I was watching this as a kid, it's insane. The one where he sneaks into the room when the guy's by himself, he like transforms into sand and comes through the keyhole and then manifests himself in front of the guy, and the guy's like, "What?" And the guy tries to shoot him, and he literally lifts the guy up, and all you see, the guy gets lifted out of frame, and you see everything that happens, you see it through the shadow. So you see him like twirl and scream and literally get shriveled up in seconds and then dumped.
Yeah.
And then obviously like each time that he does it, he has more and more human features.
The one that was messed up was the guy that he takes his eyes.
Right.
He's just there. He's like walking around. He literally can't.
Right.
See.
Like when they initially come across him in the tombs, you see the guy like standing there all by himself, like lost. And then he does like the classic horror thing where like he turns around.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, you know, like he's missing his eyes and his tongue.
Oh, that's right. His eyes and his tongue were taken out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this is the same time he comes across Benny, and ends up making Benny like his.
Oh, because
lapdog.
he has a bunch of the.
So the thing about
each religion.
Exactly. So he's like, you know, Benny's a coward.
Yeah.
So naturally, Benny would have every necklace for every religion.
Yeah.
Whatever benefits him.
Right.
And the only thing that saves him, I believe he goes through obviously the cross. He goes through
the Star of David.
The Star of David is what saves him.
Is that?
So he speaks Hebrew.
Uh-huh.
And then if you pay attention in the film, Imhotep says, the language of the slaves.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Historically speaking, the Jews were slaves in Egypt.
Correct.
And then he goes, I may have use for you.
Yeah,
and he goes, and I will make it worth your while. And he just shows him like random gold, like Egyptian gold. And that's when, you know, Benny, being the coward he is, goes, oh, my sweet prince. Yeah.
Dude, Benny's so dumb, man.
Yeah, I love seeing Rick O'Connell throw Benny around. That was one of the fun. Yeah. The stool is one of the funny.
He grabs him.
He's like, and then the way he like slams it at his feet and then trips Benny over. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's
that holding him up to the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Or like when he grabs him and throws him over
on the boat, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny. Yeah, the little dynamic that they have. And you remember the fat guy that he goes? And
yes.
He goes, he picks it out, and then he cuts the beetle out, and then it comes to life, and then it starts crawling on him, and it bites.
Which is the thing, that guy was there for money the whole time, because if you remember the scene where they go to find O'Connell in the prison, he agrees to let O'Connell live in exchange for, I think it's like 25% of the earnings from the archaeological expedition.
Yeah.
So he's there. So the reason he pulls up on the boat with them before they even go to Hamunaptra, he goes, I'm here to secure my money.
Yeah.
So he's there just for, you know, one of the worst things you can go into that tomb for, just grave digging, essentially. Which, to an extent, archaeology is like professional grave digging with respect. It's kind of what you're doing.
Yeah, but he was more doing it for the treasure.
No, monetary, 100%. And I remember watching that scene as a kid and being like, this is one of the, it would do that thing where it makes me itchy.
Under his skin.
And I'd be like, oh my God, that makes me itchy.
Yeah.
Terrible. And then it goes in his brain, and then.
I know, and then in the ride when you go and they start pouring out.
Oh, dude, I love. That's one of my favorite portions because some people don't know that happens.
Yeah. And then the flames from the roof.
Yeah, dude, the flames on the roof, fantastic effect. By the way, underrated.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Every part of the ride is amazing.
My favorite part of the ride is, and if you go to Universal consistently, or if you're about to, my personal favorite ride, it's the most exciting part of the ride, is, you go through, the curse, it's real. People like that part.
What are you doing? Get out of here.
Yeah. My favorite part is when you get into the tomb.
Yes.
And you go and he's talking, and then you hear the iconic
the hydraulics.
Yeah. The noise and everything, and they come up. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Funny enough, if you look off to the right or the center right, you can see there's a great Easter egg for those of you that don't know.
Which one are you gonna say?
I'm gonna talk about the one about what the ride was before.
Yeah.
So for those
There's
of you,
two things actually.
I know there's two things. If you look off to the right, either to the right of you or to the front right, there is going to be a reference to what the Mummy ride used to be. There is going to be a golden Kong figure sitting there.
Correct.
Which is obviously a reference to what the Mummy ride used to be, which was Kongfrontation.
Yeah.
So if you ever are on the ride at Universal and you've never seen it before, don't pay attention so much to Emotep or the figures that pop up with the fire. Look at all the treasure that there is around in the treasure room area.
Yeah.
When he says, I can promise you foretold riches. That's the time when you need to look around to see all the Easter eggs. What's the other Easter egg that's in there?
It's a giant banana.
Yep.
It's a giant
literally
banana. And it's like sitting there. I mean, like, it's pretty hard to miss. But if you're looking for it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, go through the ride once. Don't really look for it. Pay attention to the ride. And then if you get the chance to go on it a couple more times, look for those Easter eggs. It's so much fun.
It is.
Kind of like the owls in E.T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I love the part when you exit the trophy room where he initially speaks to you, right, directly on the screen. And the wall comes down to close you out, like in the first film.
Yes.
When the whole temple starts to
because you dip down and it's,
yeah.
It's coming down on you. Yeah.
I love that. Funny enough, even at the end, that was one of the parts in the movie that like scared me as a kid. Is like the concept of like the walls closing in on you and having to like you got to be quick.
Dude, when it's like when the thing's closing and they have to like, or when who's crawling out of Benny? Benny's crawling out of it.
So they are all obviously, which by the way, the scene when they have to like fight the mummies that come out of the ground, that is some of the best practical effect makeup, especially the actors that played the mummies.
Yeah.
They literally look, and by the way, they look realistic because mummies are like completely black and petrified.
Yeah.
Amazing. The way they look and move, and it's just super creepy.
Yeah.
They're like, one of them has like the Tommy gun, or like it's like MG42 or something that's mounted from the airplane that they crashed in, and the guy from the Magi, Jonathan, is just like not hitting anything with the Rick O'Connell's pistols, and Rick's like with the pump action shotgun, just blasting
laying
away,
down.
He's the guy, he's him, and they're like kind of surrounded, blah blah blah, and then they see that the place is closing, and they like make the go for it. And like the giant block is coming down that's going to completely close. But then there's a wall that's closing. That's the exit. And they all make it through. And Benny's like at a last-ditch effort trying to close. And then Rick's even like, come on, Benny, come on. And then he has to pull his hand because it closes fully. He's like, all right, bye, Benny. And then he leaves. And then you see like Benny's like, the wall's still coming down. And it's going to...
He crawls back the other way.
He like has to like crouch down all the way. And like he barely gets out.
Barely.
And then, man, he has like one of the worst deaths in this. I mean, well, deservedly so.
Benny, how does Benny die?
He is then in one of the main trophy rooms. That's like has it's open concept, but like he literally watches every single one of the exits close off. And then he becomes surrounded by the Beatles.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And the thing is like he's holding the torch to like keep them off him.
Oh yeah.
But then out of nowhere, the torch like slowly goes out, and then it cuts to black, and you just hear what we assume is him being eaten alive.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Funny enough, at the end of the film, it cuts to them riding away on the camel. And on the camel, you see on the back of the camel's back, one of the bags that it's carrying is full of treasure. That's because Benny
gave him the bag.
Was going in and out of the temple, and that's his camel that he was supposed to leave on.
Oh yeah, that's where they get all the money from.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hilarious.
But there's so many iconic lines in the first film alone.
Yeah. Dude, at the end of the ride where he's there, it's like, if someone just remember to give me my damn cup of coffee.
I would have had a better time. Yeah.
Thank you. Ah, and he screams.
Fantastic. Sorry, no magic, no symbol, no service.
Yeah, dude.
I also love seeing the props at the beginning of the stuff that they used for the movie.
Yeah. Like
amazing.
Legit props.
Amazing.
A lot of people don't know this, but when you're walking through the queue, first you walk in and you go through a simple part where there's TVs and it's kind of the entrance, and then they'll have like fences showing, and then behind it are real props from the legit movie, the original.
Some costumes.
The original costumes, like legit. It's not a joke. It's not like extras that they tried to replicate. No, they're legit from the film.
Yeah.
From when it was on the set. Then you go and you enter the true temple.
Yeah.
And once you get into the temple, in the centermost part of the first part of the temple is a spot where you put your hand. It's a sensor. So if there's two sides to it, and so the people that are way ahead of you in the line are on one side, and then you're on one side. If both of you hold your hand long enough, both hands have to be set there, then the lights will dim, and on the roof you will see, like it'll light up a specific thing. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's super sick.
Yeah.
Then there's another part that it kind of looks like what would be like an ancient computer ish. And then it shows you there's a camera, and you can see
feed
people.
of like the line ahead, a portion of the line that's up ahead.
Yes. Now what you can do, a lot of people don't know this. If you time it properly, and the camera sees that there's somebody there, you can press the button in a certain way. I don't remember exactly.
I think you have to hold it also.
I think you have to hold, and you have to time it properly. And when someone walks by, what that will do is shows you the camera. It will spray air.
Yeah, like a blast of air.
It'll blast air to scare them. That's what that's there for. Then as you proceed through the queue, the next part is kind of like what would be like a mummy's tomb, and then that's where you see the key.
Yes.
And it's hidden inside a little compartment.
Which is a reference to The Mummy 2.
Correct. So
the portion where you can stick your hand in.
You stick your hand in to grab the key. I'm not going to tell you what that does because you need to go and grab it yourself.
Understand that placing your hand in there, whatever reaction you have, that's on you.
That's on you, man. But the key is there. You'll be able to see it. Just go reach in and grab it.
You'll be able to see it.
You'll be able to see it.
That's all I'm going to say.
Reach in and grab it. And then from there you go into the centermost part of the queue, which is going to take you up the stairs to the actual ride, to the actual
and funny enough,
loading dock.
You'll notice that from the first floor to the second floor is in the center a giant statue.
Correct.
Of one of the pharaoh dogs.
Correct.
Yeah. Super cool. Yeah. And there's a bunch of little small stuff.
Yeah, throughout. Yeah. There's they have crates and suitcases to kind of like
it's an expedition.
Yeah, exactly. It's honestly, I love that queue. I really do love being in there.
It's just, dude, it's a vibe.
It is.
It's a vibe.
Especially like if you've been like out all day and it's hot and it's so bright outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get to go in there. It's just the right temperature to where you can cool off, but you're not freezing. And it's just the right amount of light where it's kind of dim, and you can have a good conversation while you're in the queue. You know what I mean?
It's one of the best dark rides, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%. I love it, dude. It's just there's no better ride.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a reason I'm such a big fan of it. I mean, obviously I love the films, but the ride itself is it's monumental.
Yeah,
it's just
no, for sure. It's crazy to think that
it's a lot of people's regular favorite. I mean, it's just it's so beloved and consistently has such a huge following of people that ride it every day at the park.
You remember when we started going to the parks again, like officially started going back consistently, we had started going and the Mummy wasn't open.
No, so it was closed.
They were completely redoing it.
They were refurbing it. They were changing the software to make the ride smoother because they were getting a lot of complaints that the ride was a little bit rough.
Yeah, but then they also changed the interior too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sick.
No, it's great. It's great that I got an upgrade instead of getting...
We got to ride on it several times while it was in rehearsals.
Yeah, technical rehearsals. I remember that.
That was sick. I love that.
I was just glad. I was so worried that they were going to get rid of it. I was like, please don't.
Yeah,
this is like...
Exactly.
This is like one of the best rides.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
Yeah.
Actually, you had shown me the post of the out... You sent me the post of that it like... I guess it locked up, and then they turned all the lights on inside the warehouse.
Yes.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Much smaller than I would expect it to be. It looks...
No, I expected it. Kind of going through the ride, I was able to kind of picture it in my head, but I didn't think that there was going to be such little supports everywhere. Because again, like we've spoken in the past, that in those rides that where we go into a dark warehouse, as like the fun fast part, I duck my head and I don't put my arms up.
But there's nothing above it.
But there's nothing above the track. So
what did I say to you? I go, so you're gonna put your arms up now?
And I said,
nope,
no. The arms up aren't going. I'm not gonna duck my head anymore. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna enjoy the ride, putting my head up, and I'll just hold on. But
the dark is scary.
Not putting my arms up, dude. I'm not trying to lose an arm.
I wouldn't do it either. Even though now I know, but it's just like, what if?
Exactly. That's it's the risk factor. It's
funny enough, seeing the track itself with light on it, it's crazy how much the dark amplifies the experience of that, the twists and turns. Yeah. Some of them are a little bit, because there's drops and everything. Yeah. But some of them are just like normal, like shifting and stuff like that. And you're like, this doesn't look that. I mean, this is like kind of a little bit, like a little bit more robust version of like Flight of the Hippogriff. It just goes at a really good speed and really gets the turns real tight. But I was surprised. I was like, oh wow, that's what I was like. There's a bunch of space. There's so much space in there. It's literally just a blacked out warehouse. Yeah,
pretty much.
But man, in the dark, it's like it's peak.
Sick. It is.
It's peak.
I love it. But there's certain parts where the lights. I like the Mummy where he's like, it's like the cartoon one, and he's like green and orange, and he's like glowing. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Is that the one where like it
spits out smoke? Yeah, the orange smoke. Yeah, dude, that's I love that part. I love seeing that. It just looks so sick.
I love the fake out where they stop you and they're like, make sure to blah blah blah. And
then
it's fake.
And then he comes out, and he's like the zombie. And,
death is only the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the fire hits.
Yes. Yeah, on the roof.
And then the water.
Yeah, they hit you with water at the same time that the fire starts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird because it feels like you're getting hit with like trickles of like, little flames.
Yeah, it's funny. It's very well done. And then you go through the final loop. Is that when he did the... No, that's... yeah.
What do you mean?
The part where he like technically like is like taking everyone's souls.
Your souls are where we go through his mouth at the launch? No, that's at the beginning. Because keep in mind, we go first, the guy from the ride next to the sarcophagus where he's supposed to pop out, but sometimes when he goes to B mode, it just shows the
light, the eyes.
Yeah, the projection on the thing, and then you have the wall that lights up. Trophy room wall comes down. You go around to where the Beatles are. That stops you. Because you come to a dead end, turns you around, pushes you towards the track that goes to the jump.
You're right.
And then that's where, your souls are mine. We go through the first portion of the dark ride. Boom. You get the fake out thing. Screen comes down. The second animatronic of Imhotep. And then the final part where it ends at the Magi symbol. And then that's the end of the ride.
Correct.
Then we see Brandon at the end.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Great.
Every part of it is like... perfect.
Yeah.
I love that ride.
Just needs to be longer. That's really it.
I agree. I mean, I don't think we can extend it at this point.
No.
But I mean, just ride it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
You know what? I think at some point I would like to see like how many times I can ride the Mummy in a row.
The thing is, like, I would be afraid to burn it out. Even though we go all the time,
maybe for that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe for that trip,
day, for that.
But I know at some point I'm gonna be
100%. No, but that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like being like, oh, we went on the Mummy. Oh, you guys want to go to the Mummy again? Yeah, sure. Then we go, we do something else. You guys want to go to the Mummy again? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Or you want to go to the Mummy again? You back to back once or twice, and then.
Unless I'm feeling ill or something, or like I have a headache, I will never say no to going on the Mummy. If there's a short wait for it, I'm there.
But at the same time, no, I don't think I would get tired of it. I wouldn't. No. I say that now because I'm sitting here, but if I was there, I don't think I would. Because, like, I've gone on Velocicoaster with Gabby.
Yeah.
I think one night we went on it. We had Fast Pass, that's why. We went on it 5 times back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's intense. That's a lot.
That's great. I remember we went and we were like, okay, let's just go normal, fast pass, boom. Then we were like, okay, this one we're gonna wait for front row, okay. And then we were like, all right, now it get more and more. It was getting darker and darker, and she was like, okay, let's go at night. And I was like, let's do it. And that's why we kept going and going and
What's
going.
it? Okay, so I've only gone on Velocicoaster during the day. What is it like at night? Are there lights and stuff like that to amplify the experience at night?
Barely.
Really?
There's enough. It's real. Honestly,
when you say it like that, doesn't sound like there's enough.
It's like it's.
Are there lights in the paddock?
Yes. It's Jurassic. Dude, it's Jurassic World. It's very Jurassic. It's
fantastic.
I can't. You have to.
I'm assuming the statues are lit up so you can see them when you pass by them.
And it's like, yeah. You have to go through it. And then the seats itself has those two blue beams. Mm-hmm. At night they work.
Yeah.
Everything lights up, and just the lights, everything just going fast.
Yeah.
Hitting that speed, going through the paddock in the dark-ish, and then you get launched out, and it's just
amazing.
Insane.
Amazing.
You need to do it. You definitely need to do it.
I'll do it sometime. I've progressively enjoyed Velocicoaster more and more each time I ride it.
We need to go. We're going to do it.
Yeah, because I remember initially the first time I rode
front row at night.
I think it's important that we do this in increments. No, but
slowly introduce it.
No, but like, yeah, obviously you have like the anxiety of like the first time you ride it and you go, this is a big one.
Yeah.
This is a big one.
I
don't know what I'm in store for.
I'm not like that. Honestly, I was excited to see it. I don't know. I get anxious from excitement. Worry.
So
there's zero worry.
It's not
in
the
my
ride
head.
itself. What gave me a sense of anxiety
the
first time, I was not prepared for the type of sitting that it was.
Yeah.
I assumed it was like the Hulk. I was fine. I was like, I mean, I go on the Hulk all the time, and the Hulk's bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little more aggressive. I wouldn't say more aggressive, but it's bigger in scale.
Yeah.
And it's not exactly. It's not a light ride.
No.
So. Then when I go, oh, so it's gonna like come down. You know, it's gonna come down, and I'm gonna, hunker down, and we're chilling.
And then it hits you in the lap,
and then
you're like,
and then they're like, you have to put your arms in. And I was like, I have to what? And then it comes down, and then it goes down. And I'm just like, what do you mean?
Excuse me.
This is a lap bar.
Yeah.
I didn't say that out loud. In my mind, I was just like, I was probably like still like. But in my mind, I was like, I have no idea what I just put myself in. And the worst part, I remember thinking the first time I got on Velocicoaster is like, obviously, like I'm tall enough to touch the ground.
Yeah.
The majority of people within the median height range are not supposed to.
Right.
So you have that effect of like your feet floating.
Yeah.
So I pressed up against the seat and pressed against the
seat.
Yeah. And then I go, I have to reach out all the way to grab the handles if I even want to have a sense of like a feeling of like I'm holding on to something. Yeah. And I go, whoever designed this knows exactly what they were doing.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's great. Honestly.
And and what freaked me out the first time
I
was like, this is literally just a lap bar.
When your butt lifts off the seat.
When my butt came off the seat during the barrel rolls.
Yeah.
I was like, this is it. This is how I go out.
No, I thought the same thing, 100%. The first time on the ride, I went, and I'm just like, oh, here comes the upside down part, and I'm just like, wait a second. And then like my legs went from, because I was able to rest my legs, and then I put my feet flat, and when I did that, I went off the seat. I was like, oh my god, and I grabbed on, and I tried to pull myself down, but the force, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I literally first thought in my head, I was like, I'm slipping out. This is not okay. This is not right. I'm too big for this.
No, but then like I was like, that's it.
Then you sit down.
I
and then
came
I was like,
off the seat.
I was like, dude. I looked at because Gabby was sitting next to me the first time I ever rode the roller coaster.
Yeah.
She looked at me and she was just like, I looked at her and I was like, dude, I almost fell out. My butt came off the seat, and she was just like, no, that's normal. That's how it goes.
Normal.
And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you're not gonna slip out. And I was like, okay, man. And then after that, I started getting used to it, and now it's to the point like back in I would say the first 10 times I rode it, I would hold on, and now it's like when the barrel comes, I lift I just let it go. I'm literally dangling from my legs.
I'm
love
not
it.
doing that.
You have to
I'm
do
not
it
doing
once. Once. One barrel roll.
I think that's gonna be the first time you ever get a scream out of me.
Dude, that thing was sick.
The only time I ever screamed, like I ever screamed on a ride, and it was purely because it caught me off guard, was Dr. Doom.
Yeah. That one was funny.
And that one caught me off guard perfectly because I was not mentally prepared for the fact that it just takes off.
Yeah, there's no like
Indicator,
definite,
yeah.
like Hulk is like
Right, there's the build up.
and then
Right.
and then you shoot out.
You can see it coming.
And then you launch out. So
Exactly.
you feel the
Iconic.
you're like, here it comes, and then
Yeah.
you launch. But Doctor Doom is like, he starts talking, and then he goes quiet, and
I didn't hear
then
anything.
And then you launch up,
Oh,
dude.
man.
It's so good. It's
That
so
thing really
good.
does generate fear.
I love that thing. Yeah, Fearfall. There you go.
I would never. I'm never gonna go on it again, just because it's so short and it's not the kind of thrill that you see. Velocicoaster becomes addicting
Yeah.
because it's a
course.
whole twists and
There's a
turns,
lot.
and then you have the end portion that's like,
My favorite
Yeah.
part is when you go super fast. When you hit that 70 miles per
dude, I'm not
hour.
gonna lie, it feels
That
good.
launch. That
That-
launch. You're
the
like,
second
yes,
one,
yeah.
The second,
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah, that's
after the
the
first
real
launch,
launch.
you're going fast,
Yeah.
and you're hitting those turns super tight.
Yeah.
But then when you get that launch before the giant hill,
Yeah. You hit that 70 miles per hour.
and you do the where like everything slows down for like
Yeah.
10 seconds, and
That
you're like,
gut, you left your stomach back at the beginning.
and then it
of
starts
that.
to go down, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyways, we start talking about
No, but
Velocicoaster.
it's because we're talking about roller coasters. But
Yeah.
I like both of the drops in the Mummy are my favorite part. Like when we go through his mouth, where it says "Your souls are mine."
Yeah. And you,
That first drop,
Yeah.
fantastic. Then he has the twists and turns, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then the second drop is also. I think the second drop might be a little bit bigger, if I'm not mistaken, or vice versa. The second one is another huge dip.
Yeah, but how do you get launched out in the second one?
The second one is the fake out.
What does that mean?
You have the fire. It's the fake out where it's like supposedly the end of the ride. Then the curtain goes down. It's him again. Fire on the roof.
And then what? You launch out.
Yeah. Then he goes. Death is only the beginning, and then he shoots you, and then you go straight into a dip. Straight into a dip
Yeah.
into the other portion of the ride. That's also a series of twisted turns in the dark.
Yeah. Dude, I want to go on Hagrid's. I haven't gone on Hagrid's in a long time.
Hagrid's is great too. Hagrid's is another great coaster.
I haven't been on it in too long. It's just through the line. I want to go rope drop and just be like first thing in the morning.
Yeah. I
Hit
mean,
it.
that's how I've done it.
Dude, Hagrid's at night. Ugh.
I have. I don't think I've done it yet.
What?
I've come close. At
Oh
like
my-
sundown.
At night is the absolute best because
Yeah.
you're literally, you really feel like you're in the Forbidden Forest.
Yeah. And the
And
lights
like
are on.
the
Yeah.
headlights are lighting everything up. That's it.
Yeah, I really gotta. I gotta do it at night.
Ugh.
That's an experience in and of
Holy-
itself.
Yeah, it's so sick, man. You feel like you're in. It really. It makes me feel like I'm in Chamber of Secrets.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think no break. I think we're gonna do this episode just through and through.
Yeah.
Just like this. So that being said, I think we covered a lot. Anything more you wanted to cover?
There's the third film,
Which is
the Dragon Emperor. So that's like the one where his son grows up after the second film, after they survive the whole ordeal, after they brought back Emotep,
Yeah.
right where they found him encased in amber. And they have what they believe to be the reincarnation of an Moon. And his son obviously gets stuck with the bracelet. That's why they take him in the first place, because he knows the way.
Yeah.
So, and that's where they go through the oasis that has like the haunted little skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the temple, that's actually one of the saddest parts, is the fact that the woman that she believes, I think, is the reincarnation of a Moon. Or I think she is. At some point, the soul does take over her body. She abandons him. Remember when the temple starts falling apart? Evie actually goes and puts herself in danger to go pick up Brendan from falling into the abyss of hell. And Emotep, she abandons him. And she ends up falling in a room that's full of like the beetles.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And so, yeah, this is after he defeats the Scorpion King with the spear that Jonathan found, again, in a card game.
Yeah.
And it turns out it opens up, and that's what he uses to kill the Scorpion King.
Uh-huh.
After he fights Emotep, like, hand to hand. Which, by the way, that's a whole showdown in and of itself.
Emotep versus Scorpion King?
No, Rick O'Connell versus Emotep. Like, that final fight before the Scorpion King comes out.
Yeah.
It's like a hallway that you see, and the flames are going off, and it's like it's showing glimpses of him in the light.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And it's just him and Emotep duking it out amongst like different like melee weapons. And then finally at the end the doors open and we see the atrocity that is the CGI of The Rock coming out to give him the people's elbow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Exactly.
that was weird. And then he kills the old man. He's like snips him in half.
What old man?
The old man that's part of the religious group that wants to bring back Emotep.
That's right.
But that's after he again, like you were saying in the ride, where you stick your hand in to grab the key.
Yeah.
That's a reference also to the second film where he's in a room and he sees what is he sees something, where he believes like this is part of the next step in order to release the Scorpion King. He puts his hand in, and this was one of the scariest things as a kid. He puts his hand like this deep, and then it sucks him in. And he's like freaking out, and then when he pulls it out, it's like clean,
shriveled.
clean.
Yeah.
No, it's clean to the bone. It's like a skeleton hand, and there's like drool, as if like some creature like literally took all the flesh off of it.
Nice.
And he's like freaking out, and I was like, as a kid, I was like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I will never put my hand in anywhere.
Yeah, in the queue.
Yeah, what a freaking idiot. I would never stick my hand in no.
Fortnite is quinge.
Yeah, straight quinge.
All right. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. It was a good little episode about the Mummy and roller coasters.
I'm looking forward to. I mean, Brendan Fraser has said a million times that he loves the Mummy, and he would love to do the Mummy 4. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah, that'd be really sick.
He's up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be great to see him come back. I mean, after the success he's had lately.
Yeah.
You know, with movies like The Whale and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a tremendous actor.
He is.
Tremendous actor.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against it.
I would love to see a fourth, if it's done correctly, a fourth Mummy film.
Yeah. With good CGI.
Yeah. Maybe some practical stuff too. Who knows?
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot more people incorporate practical effects, and it's paying off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe see him. I don't know about going back. I don't know what the story would be, right? You know, because the third movie leaves off at, you know, obviously they find Shangri-La and everything, and they defeat the Dragon Emperor.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Jonathan, who owns the bar.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm going to Peru where there's no mummies. And then it cuts to him leaving in the cabin. It says, soon after mummies are discovered in Peru.
Yeah. That is really funny, actually.
So, who knows? Maybe they could do like an Indiana Jones-esque adventure in the Peruvian mountains. Series of like old, you know, Mayan tombs.
Yeah.
Kind of Indiana Jonesy, which already it's kind of adjacent, right?
Yeah.
The whole franchise.
Yeah.
Seeing an older Rick O'Connell, maybe in the 50s.
Yeah.
Because Dragon Emperor takes place during the 40s.
Yeah.
Maybe even the 60s, who knows? Like an older version of him.
That'd be sick.
His son could come back, also being like, you know, tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to wrap up this episode. If you guys want to follow us, our social medias, IG and TikTok, it's going to be Universal Bros Unplugged. Any business or collab inquiries, feel free to email us at universalbrosunpluggedpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're just listening, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
See you guys.
Peace.